Oh yes. Oh yes, we are here. We are back. It's Friday, the Red Robot Room, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, we are here with the homie, Da Vinci.
What's
Welcome, my
hap-
friend.
What's happening, everybody? It's been a long week, man. Happy to be back. Let's get into it.
Man, look, there's no reason to jive people, as they say back in the day. Look, this is the pilot. We're still getting things trimmed down. We're getting the fat trimmed off of the brisket, so it is proper to put in the smoker so everyone can enjoy it. But thank you for joining us for the pilot episodes. Consider yourself lucky you get to see what it was before it becomes super duper successful. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get into it, man. How was your week so far?
Man, it's been cool, man. I wind up got me a couple of little contracts, getting some people back to work with Da Vinci's concepts. And I also took a position, man, for the till the end of the year, man, to become a principal at a charter school. So, man, I'm trying to make this money so I can make sure my people get paid.
Man, make a little money. There's nothing wrong with making a little money. And it's good, man. You are a very positive dude and you bring a lot of positivity to a room. And I think it'll be great for you to be working with the young people and being able to bring, I'm gonna use that word for the third time, a lot of positivity to people who need some positivity in their life. So, man, let me know. Let us know here at the Red Robot Room if there's anything that we can do to help the kids out. I mean, I buy lotto tickets. I don't know if that goes to help y'all in the funding, but
Yeah,
always, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, so yeah, my week is been pretty. It was a long week. It's one of those weeks where you're glad that you are who you are, and you're also glad that you can do the things that you want to do. So, hey, it's a Friday. I'm ready to get it in.
Let's get it, man. Give us an insight on the drink of the day.
Drink of the day. Now I'm just gonna let everybody know this is a brewski beer that is from, I think it's from Belgium. It is from Belgium. I'm gonna show it up to the screen there. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. Some people say I don't know. I call it a Chimay, but it is their Cinco Quince. Their Cinco Quince. And I actually did I got a little research. So let me share my screen because I like to present information to people so they don't think that I'm just making something up and it's not Cinco Quince. I'm pretty sure I didn't say it right. It's their Cinq Sense. And I got it poured up here in my I think this is my Oktoberfest, Frisco Oktoberfest glass, and 8% by volume, best at 42 to 46 degrees. And it's an authentic Trappist beer. We're not going to go into all of that. You can go to the website, check it out. A little bit of the history behind it dates back to 1966,
Man,
and it's good. I kind of like this website because they give this really cool flavor profile of what you're seeing. You got hops, hoppy taste. And so you can kind of go look at their other beers and go, ooh, if I want something that's got a little more caramel flavor, sugary flavor, bitterness, and just check it out. So check out these guys, May, whatever you want to call them, but that's what I'm sipping on tonight. The Sink Sense. That's what we got going.
cool, cool.
What about you? What you got going down tonight?
Man, I'm sipping on Kirkland's water from Costco. You can get a case of 40 for $3.98.
Let's see. Look, you definitely Costco don't have to give you um a little old sponsorship. They're gonna throw you a little old bread on that right there.
Yeah, throw me. I need for them to throw me a bone, man.
Yeah. It's like I need to hear that, please. Um, well, now that we've gotten to drink of the day, the one thing that I think we need to get into is at this point, usually we're going to do some kind of break. I would probably get into a little bit more of what the drink of the day is. But since this is a pilot episode, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move ahead to conserve time for all of those people who already know what's going on in the building. And we're going to get to sports with Da Vinci. So, my
Hey,
man, this is the weekend. This is if you love sports, there are a few times in the year that sports are so heavy in the mix. It's the fall and the spring right now, and everything's going hockey, basketball, NBA basketball, college basketball. We got the tournament going right now. Tell us, sportsman, what do you have for us?
man, tonight, man, we first things first, man. We're gonna talk about the Dallas Mavericks.
Hmm.
Last week, telling everybody, hey man, buckle up because the Mavericks might be moving to Las Vegas. Now, um, last week, the city of Irving had town hall meeting where they wanted to move the Mavericks to Las Vegas because the owners that own the Sands Hotel,
Hmm.
they they were banking on Texas winding up, you know, allowing the Dallas X to have casino. It can be a legalized gambling, but they
Hmm.
pulled out of, which
I
means
saw that.
on a,
So they pulled out. So basically, meaning they decided we were going to do gambling, but now we're not going to do gambling because you guys are like not really liking what we're doing.
but see, it's an outside chance that Texas would allow gambling, in the state. But you have to remember some of the rules for gambling, and it has to be Indian territory.
Mm,
Whole country is Indian territory. But they went on the whole, we're gonna have, restaurants, we're gonna have, apartments, we're gonna have this whole big shebang about, bringing the Mavericks to Irving, and it, Dallas would soon lose, the Mavericks in city, you
yeah,
know. But it's just like the Cowboys when the Cowboys were trying to get into the Fair Park. Lori Miller didn't allow that to happen, which made the Cowboys move to Arlington. But needless to say, you have to look at dollars and cents. But it would have given us a lot of jobs, new growth for the city, yada yada yada, because they were putting the new casino slash arena where the
hmm.
old stadium used to sit. So now they scrapped it, and I'm thinking because this casino won't be here. They're not bringing the casino here because one,
Oh,
Texas is not going to allow it. Two, the Dallas Mavericks will be gone within the next 2 or 3 years
you know,
because the expansion for the NBA is Seattle, Las
mhm.
Vegas, and another city I can't call a city off the top of my head, but those two areas are the new areas for the new cities for expansion.
Well, I'm gonna throw a little tidbit in there about expansion, and then we'll keep it into sports. Um, I look north to the Oklahoma border. I'm not saying the casino gambling is dead in Texas. It just can't, as you said, it can't be in Irving. So there was a push, but there's always a reason that there's a reason. So, you know, that's fine. As long as the Mavs are still playing, I know they're playing tonight against Detroit. Um, who knows if they're winning?
Oh man, I would check the scores, but come
I
on,
got
man,
you.
we're,
I
we're
got
dead
you.
in the water right now. And here's the sad part about it: P.J. Washington's supposed to be back. Anthony Davis was assigned to the G League,
Saw
in
that.
prison for him to, get into some type of playing shape. But man, it's like they want to make this playoff push. They're sitting in 10th place right now. They're a game ahead of the Phoenix Suns and 2 games behind. I can't even the Kings, the Sacramento Kings. So man, it's gonna wind up being really crazy the last 2 weeks of the season. So keep your
I
fingers
think
crossed.
so. I think so. Right now, the Mavs are up 37 to 41 with 9:55 left to go in the second period or second quarter. Excuse me. I'm all on my hockey shit today. But yeah, so who knows? Like we got a lot of good scores going on, and I'm super duper excited to see. I do have some bets going on with some people at work. Once they did make the Luka trade, someone bet me that. the Lakers would go to the championship. I said, and they would win. So I bet 20 that the Lakers would not go to the championship. And then I also bet 20 if they went to the championship, they would not win. So,
The Lakers will hit that proverbial wall.
yep, yep.
LeBron is resting right now, so they just they're gonna buy him at least 5 to 6 games so he can rest. Now Luca was out last game as well, so.
Luke, look, we got somebody saying tank for the lottery pick for the Mavericks. Shout, shout out to
But
Coach Rob.
but here's the crazy part about that. If you're tanking for a lottery pick, the average person that come in, it's going to take them a year or two to get acclimated to the NBA. Me myself, if I was a general manager, I would I'll give that pick away. I get that pick away and give me some more get some more veterans
Man,
because
I
you got
don't
to
know.
the learning curve that's the problem. You coming in, that's NFL, NBA, yada yada yada. You still need at least 2 years to even get your name out there. I'd rather
I
get me
think so.
a veteran sitting on a bench, man. Give him some
I think
playing time.
so. But you gotta, as a sports owner of a team, and as once as a previous sports owner of a team, you gotta always be thinking about winning today and winning tomorrow. I agree with you. You want to have some good veterans on the bench because you're going to want to have good veterans on the bench. But there's no point in having good veterans if you don't have any rookies to learn from the good veterans to take that place. Because to me, if you're waiting and putting all your eggs right here in a bunch of veterans, when it comes down to it, a lot of people are getting picks that you're not going to be able to get. And they're going to, like you said, train and bring those players around. Honestly, the Mavericks are not a championship basketball team right now. That's I'm just gonna say it out now to people that are Dallas sports fans. A lot of Dallas sports fans are fans, they don't really know sports. And so every year they start these sports things, they're like, "Woo, we're gonna win a championship." It's like, look, you got to look at the talent that you legitimately have on your roster. They weren't a
Hmm.
championship team when the season started. Even with Luca, they weren't a championship team. It's just that's just the whole thing. So you got to start thinking about that. I don't know exactly what they got there in G League. I hadn't gone out to Frisco and checked them out, but it's one of those things. Like it's all about people just got to keep checking it out. So um, it's about moves. So at the end of the day, Nico is going to be the one that makes that move. People are going to go chant fire Nico. I don't think Nico can do anything right now in Dallas to be right. But
No,
I'm s-
nothing.
I'm s- I'm still with him. I think Nico is making good moves. You know, shout outs to my boy Coach Rob. Shout outs to my boy Patrick checking us out, getting in on the NBA talk. Man, what else we got in sports today? There's a lot rolling on this Friday.
Man, the Boston Celtics basically they just got sold
I
to a
saw
group.
that for like
Six
9 billion or something.
Yep, yeah, 6.1 billion. Now here's the crazy part about it. You know, they spent 6.1 billion on legacy
Hmm.
because right now they're the Boston Celtics, they're losing money because of Boston Bruins basically on the arena. They're
Mm.
making any money off tickets in the doors. They're making
You know,
money off of merchandising. They're making money off of uh, concessions and stuff like that. Ticket sales. So they basically bought the history. You spent $6.1 billion for the history of a team, not the team, because now you have a lot of guys that's going to be coming up for max contracts in
you know,
Boston. If they win, lose, or draw.
I think buying a team once again is not so much as about are we going to win the day, but how much money am I going to make tomorrow? And I get it. They're losing money because the Boston Bruins own the stadium. But let's go back to something that you said previously about where stadiums are. And I'm going to share screen right quick because I actually like that. But look, let's look at the distance from Boston to Foxborough. And Foxborough is where who plays? The Patriots.
The
It's
Patriots.
only this 33 minutes from Boston. 33 minutes. So How far is Arlington from Dallas?
Uh, Arlington, yep, was probably about 20 minutes, 25.
20, 30. But
Yeah.
think about it. When was the last time you watched a New England Patriots game and nobody was at Foxborough Stadium? Like, I'm going to a concert with a friend, and we're going to fly into Boston and go to Foxborough to check this out. I don't think they're going to keep the Boston Celtics in Boston. They're going to be chanting fire somebody up in Boston, but I'm telling you, that franchise is still making a little of that moolah moolah, and I would
Mhm.
take it, and I would purchase them, and I would do the thing and move them out to Foxborough. I don't know much about Boston. I haven't been there. I'll be going there in August. But if there's more money out in the areas near Foxborough, those people are like, our Frisco, our McKinney, our Allens, our big money areas, shit,
Mhm.
I'd move them out there too.
Right,
Get
right.
that money. Get that
Got to
money.
go. You know what? Covering college football and different stuff like that, especially Frisco is like, man, Frisco is man, it's a beautiful place, man. Even at Toyota Stadium out there, I covered
Hmm.
both out there, and that's where they have the National Soccer Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Man, I watched Division 1, Division 2, Division 3 games out there, high school games at that stadium. Man, that place is beautiful, man, and it holds, at least 100,000 people. And every game I cover, it's always packed.
So they're going
Oh,
to get a upgrade. I just saw they're going to spend, I can't remember how many millions of dollars, but Frisco FC Dallas Stadium is going to get an upgrade. This area out here in Dallas is about to be popping for sports. If you don't know it, McKinney is picking up a minor league soccer team out here called the McKinney Chupacabras. Shout outs to the Chupacabras. I am a season ticket holder. I will be checking them out, supporting their franchise this year as we're getting into soccer. So, man, things are rolling out here. And like I said, bro, I tell my dad this all the time. You don't build stuff and put teams where there's no money.
that's right.
If people look, Arlington is just happens to be where Jerry got the best deal to build the Cowboys. If they would
Okay.
have given him something out in Frisco, they'd have given him something great out in McKinney, the Cowboys would be playing somewhere else. But
Mhm.
he got the best deal in Arlington, and it's there. And people are going to flock to see the Cowboys. We're about to see in the next 4 years. But remember, World Cup comes here in 2 years,
Two
roughly
years.
18 months. So that's about to be the biggest thing in Dallas. And all of these things, what a lot of people don't realize is they're building a lot of humongous practice stadiums in these areas to
Mhm.
house these World Cup teams. What are you going to do with these practice stadiums?
You
McKinney's
you
building
allow
one.
you allow the high school teams to use them and play in the difference between growing up in Dallas. Let me share this. In Dallas, we play football and basketball and stuff like that. Once you get into a stadium, once you get into an arena and play ball, it's going to allow you to see what the pros are doing, and the obviously the courts are bigger and the football
Yeah.
field is bigger. Once you get into that, your mind is already trained to know that there's an extra 10 yards from sideline to sideline, and back in um, the late early '90s or whatever, played in Texas
Hmm.
Stadium. Texas
Oh, yeah.
Stadium had a crown in the middle of the field. Like you can stand on one sideline and look over and see the other players on the other sideline, and the only thing you would do is see the helmets because
Hmm.
when it rained, water would wash from both sides of the field. So when you get used to playing in a place like that, when you get to college, you're already prepared for it because your body will be prepared for it because you know that the turf is totally different than playing on natural grass and playing on cheap turf that we played in different stadiums, in the city, man, and it's crazy. This place is gonna have so much money crawling through it that a lot of the kids now are being exposed. Now they're doing UIL for high school players now. The money is
Hey, they
out of
got
control.
to. The money is here. Look, so since you're already talking about the old Texas Stadium, you said you got some Cowboys talk for us today. What you got? Some hot? on the press about the Cowboys?
Well, we're getting they're getting veteran wide receivers to play on the other side of CD Lamb.
Hmm.
Dak will be back, and Dak is back healthy, and he's throwing and running right now. The key to a successful Dallas Cowboy team, if you ask me, is um, bringing back the fullback because that
Hmm.
offense is beat up. Now, if Dallas have this run pass, I mean this run blocking offensive line, you have to go to the Big Ten to get those guys from Wisconsin and
Hmm.
teams Dame, big guys that could play indoors and play outdoors that could move the defensive line. But the key to Dallas is utilizing the tight end position, throwing the ball in the middle of the field, slot receivers. You got your good slot receiver. It's going to be difficult for the average cornerback to cover in the slot. It's just a lot of things, and I was just wanted to just bring that out about the Cowboys because I see Jerry is making some moves, picking up different players. And next week, I'll just have a list of those guys. We just vibing. And man, I'm praying that somebody is talking to Jerry about bringing some talent here. He let guys like Demarcus Lawrence leave, and that's fine because he's always hurt. And being healthy, he wasn't doing anything anyway, so it didn't matter. Now, no no slight against him. He just haven't did anything in the last couple of years.
I kind of agree. I mean, let's just be honest. As Cowboys fans, people who understand sports or the game, not saying that I'm a football guy, but Jerry Jones does not make the best decisions and the best picks for us as a team and a fan base. We are, a lot of us are very rabid about our Dallas Cowboys, but
Hmm.
we are not willing to do exactly what it will take to get Jerry Jones to understand that we need him to step down, which means you can't take yourself out to the game and pay those high ticket prices. You have to do what they do in Europe in the football matches where I think it was Arsenal. They were so done with their general management group, they just
Hmm.
didn't show up for the game. There was like two, three people in certain sections. They were like trying to give away tickets for free. Nobody would take them. And so I think you got to kind of do that with the Cowboys, but it's still early. We still have time. The draft is coming up. So we'll see what Lord Jerry does with the
Man,
Cowboys. But I
and
think
we
it's
have
going to
the
be
12th
interesting.
pick, so
We'll
I,
see. I
I,
mean, I don't
can't
know.
wait.
I'm gambling on him being slick and making some moves to get Shador.
That's not gonna happen, and
I
it's
don't
sad.
know.
But
It's a
if they
lot of
don't get,
money.
yeah, if they don't get Shador, I would rather see them. I'd rather see Shiloh as a Cowboy.
Mm, I don't
And
know. I
but look, if you look at watch the games, this dude is a hitter. He a playmaker. He can play on the line. He can play close to the line, and he can also play that rover position.
Oh yeah. Well, he'll be ready, which is fine. Like I'm not taking it away from Shador, but I'm also looking at wanting to make money with a team, and that's definitely what Jerry is all about. So we'll see what happens on that. But look, let's roll into this NCAA March Madness. We made our picks. We'll get into this and roll through this. We got a couple more segments we need to get to today in the show. But look, these are all the picks we made. If you watched our March Madness picks, look, let's just look through these right quick and see the ones that were just a shock to everybody. Like, I honestly thought Louisville was going to get Creighton. I was kind of
Yeah.
shocked about that one. Definitely shocked about that one. Um, yeah, yeah. I kind of Texas A&M and M and that all these look pretty good. You know, Kansas, yes, let's get it, everybody. We know I'm a Jayhawk till I die. So we know that whole piece of the bracket has been squashed. But this game here, Memphis, Colorado State, look, that's one I didn't. This whole side of the bracket, where is this at? The West? I
The
didn't
West.
see this. Memphis messed up people's bets. I know, blew people's brackets out the water.
Yep.
Missouri and Drake. Like, even though Drake was a way better team by record,
Yeah,
come on, it was Drake. It was
Drake
Drake.
came. Drake came out and hit Missouri in the mouth, and they could not get their footing.
Nope, nope.
They had no
Kansas,
idea what to do.
nope. They
They
weren't ready
started
for it.
they started launching a bunch of threes and was missing those.
Kansas, Kansas started off with threes, and they ended up losing KJ Adams. This might be the worst season that I've seen from KU in a very long time. So
Uh,
I was happy to see them play. I'm very happy as a fan, and I'm always gonna ride with them until I die. But next season will be a little bit better. So thank you. God bless you for coming out. Good night. And things are looking good over here, but this was another one. Clemson, McNeese came in, and McNeese, they were on point from the jump. The only reason that this game was so close, if you didn't watch it, was because Clemson did a really good thing, well, a basketball thing, playing the foul game. And they actually got the game a lot closer, but McNeese held on to win, even though their coach decided he was going to North Carolina State and announced that like right before the show started. I mean, the game started.
Crazy.
Craziness,
I
craziness.
would have never did that. I would. That's crazy because that messes up recruiting and it's hard to trust the coaches now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That was a bad move.
But they want to
Bad.
get their money too, and I'm not hating. Get your money, but I think being a good coach, if you coach, you motivate people. Hey, you're not out here playing for me. You're playing for you. You guys are gonna be the one that takes the ring home. I'm gonna be a coach, but I'm out here doing it for you. So things are looking good for those guys. Looking good here. VCU over BYU. Wrong. I was wrong. BYU. They did their thing. Shout outs to another Big 12 team. Duke and Alabama. Oh, excuse me. This one right here. These games are looking pretty good. Duke and Baylor, but you got these tonight going right now. Akron and Arizona. Halftime. I'm gonna say Arizona's gonna take it, but you gotta watch these games. They've been crazy. It's the big madness. So anyway, how are you feeling about it? Are you still feeling like you might have your bracket lined up the way you want it to go?
No, man, it was just so much that crashed and burned.
You say
Uh,
done.
yeah, it's like I went with the picks that we had. I thought that we had some really good picks, but wasn't I didn't see like Kansas losing. I knew North Carolina was like struggling. They struggled the whole year. They lost 11 games before the tournament started. So they wasn't they struggled because the point guard position for the North Carolina Tar Heels wasn't solid enough to carry a team. I mean, you calling plays, and then when your plays are not effective, you you don't have you're not tough enough to um, do something different. You know,
Am I
the
am
first
I
thing you want
digging
to
or
do
was it you digging?
when you fall behind, the first thing you want to do is shoot threes. Man, you got to get to the basket because if the only way you can stop the bleeding and stop the clock is get to the basket and get to the free throw line.
Yeah.
You come
Well,
down one pass, one shot, you can't get back into a game that way. I mean, if you hit the shot, that's fine. But if you're struggling behind the 3 point line, stop shooting them. Go to the basket.
yeah.
Get
I
those big
agree.
boys foul and get them in foul trouble. At least stop the clock by getting to the line.
Agreed. All right, let's take a quick break. We got to get back to we got what to do this weekend. We got business spotlight, and we'll be right back. Just gonna refresh the beverages and y'all hold tight.
Bonus beats.
See, I
Hmm.
come back and I'm in this very thought-provoking position with getting ready for safe space. One of my favorite segments on this show. And as we go through and as this show matures, the segments will get tightened up and we'll have other guests to join us. But safe space is one of my favorites where we talk about a question or an issue, but it's a safe space. You're supposed to want to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You not saying that you got to be weak. It's not weak to be vulnerable, but just share. Like we're at a time in the world where we as especially men, some of us as black men, we just need to really share our feelings. And it's not soft and weak to share that shit. You just gotta do it sometimes. So I have this book where I gather questions from. I'm not telling you what book that is now because this is the pilot episode. So you'll just have to wait and check the show out when it starts. But let's get into today's question. A lot of twos in there. All right. How can you confirm for yourself that you are enough just as you are? And what are some things you can think, say, or do to remind you of your enoughness? Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. And it's funny. I think about it. I went to see the Barbie movie with my sister, and I went to see it again with my sister and my niece. And at the end of the Barbie movie, Ken is wearing this sweatshirt that says, "I'm enough," like I'm enough.
yeah,
And it was when I read that question, I was like, oh man, it's kind of funny. Um, but what is it? Like how do you how do you answer that question?
man, that's crazy. It you lose you would tend to lose yourself when you meet someone and this person checks all the boxes. There's no red flags here and there. You might see a red flag or whatever, but this
Hmm.
person is attentive. This person is supportive. This person brings you peace. Yada yada yada. Right.
Hmm.
So people, men and women, they tend to lose themselves when they get with these people. So when you say lose yourself, you sort of lose your identity because you want to be everything that this person want, need, or whatever. And man, when that stuff start falling apart, it puts you in a place um, to where you start thinking, "Is it me?"
Hmm.
Uh, I look at I look at women. I've met some really really interesting women. I'll share this story about this lawyer. Okay, this lawyer that I dated years ago, she was, man, I mean, everything was on point. She was nice to me. She made sure that I had. She'll call me, hey, I'm at the supermarket. Do you need anything? Or
Hmm.
hey, I'm going to have dinner. Meet me over here. I take care of it. We'll do that. I mean, very giving, a very sweet lady. Now, my problem, the problem that I had with her is it was too much. It was too much of her ex, her expectations with her ex. Everything that her ex didn't do, I needed to do.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like I'm not that guy to open a box and put stuff together. Attention
Yeah.
span too. I'm not that guy. But anyway, she spoke about him all of the time, all of the time, all of the time. Like I started thinking, am I enough for this person? I'm so used to being with her. I'm so used to spending this time with her. Yada yada yada. She all I know right now. It's been a couple of years. Then I
Mm.
started thinking, hold up, man. What was I doing before she got here? Because
Yeah.
she is about to either transform me into what she want me to be, or am I going to be true to myself and love me for who I am? Man, I started doing stuff like she'll order a big box and we'll just sit on the floor and put it all together and all this other type of stuff. And then,
And when you, huh?
yeah, but I did that for her because I wanted her to. I wanted her. I just needed for her to be the person that I just was, dating and all that type of stuff. She was that person that sort of changed gears and showed me something different. But man, the
Yeah.
more and more I changed for her, the more demanding she became. And then I stopped, doing stuff like going to play basketball or hanging out with my kids. And she was like, "Hey, I'll be at Villa O's to eat tonight. Meet me at Villa O's." And it's a Friday night. I got my kids, so I'm
Hmm.
like, "Hey, I'll meet you over there, but I have to get the kids tonight, so I got to put my kids on hold." I started doing stuff like that, bro, and that
Hell
and that
yeah.
was yeah, and that wasn't me. So I started to lose myself because of this quote unquote love, this quote unquote idea of being in love with this person. It just changed me. It changed.
Yes. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and act like that's never happened to me. And it's probably happened to everybody. Even people
Hmm.
watching it's like, man, it's happened to me too. But we can't do that. Shout outs to the homie Coach Rob. He always tells me, you gotta be who you are and stay who you are the whole time.
Hmm.
Whole time. If you're not the open up a box and put stuff together person, look, let's be real. I grew up, my family has land in the country. I've gone hunting. I've killed stuff. I've cleaned a fish. I've cleaned animals. I've skinned a squirrel. I pulled guts out of something and put it in a bag so we can eat it later. I don't want to do that anymore. There's
Yeah.
plenty of fish at the store. There's a marketplace over there. They got fish that I don't have to go in and knock in the head and do all that work. Look, yes, if in a mode of survival, can I take care of the situation? Yes. But
Yes.
if you want a guy that wants to go hunting, shoot a deer, and drag him home and put his all that, I'm not your guy. But what I have realized, and I will say this, shout outs to a young lady I was dating in college. She was part of a certain sorority that's got three letters in it. I thought I was gonna let y'all know which one, but she taught me at a young age that she said, you're going to be sexy to someone. You might not be sexy to everyone, but there's someone out there that just can't get enough of you. She goes,
Right.
those are the people that you need to see. Oh, what's up? Look, one of the OG show people is here. Thorn McGee. I don't want to give out her real government name, but she's in the building. She's seen me set a couple of tables on fire. But yeah, that is one thing I had to learn, and it's a value that you have to keep with you is like you are enough, and you're not enough for someone, but you're enough for someone, if that makes sense.
It doesn't make, yeah. And see, like,
You
but
know?
here's the thing. Like I as a man, as an educator, I started doing the math. For every one man in my age bracket, there's 8 women, and didn't know that. So
Yeah.
now I was to the point of, okay, so that played out. Let me do something else. That played out. Let me do something else. But you have people that's out here in a dating world or whatever. They're not they're not thinking realistic, man. I mean,
Oh man,
even on
look, hold on, hold
dating.
on, hold on, hold on. We're not gonna get too deep into dating conversation right now because look,
Okay.
I tell you that take a whole nother 30 minutes. I'm gonna do something I normally don't do and be like, let's get back to the not enough part. But yeah, we'll get some ladies in here and we'll have a dating conversation. I think this is the venue we can. Like I said, drinking is encouraged. Just one up again. This is what I am having tonight on the show. Get out and check it out. But no, like I said, this has been, you know, the pilot episode. We're not done. I'm pouring up my beer, and it's hard to think while I'm pouring up cold, frosty, delicious beer um, in my glass. But yeah, this is Safe Space, and we're doing a pilot episode. I love her. She's the great. Woo! I love it. Cheers to everybody out there checking us out, man. This pilot episode is great. Look, I don't I have a script, but I stop and do whatever I want. It's my show. Like the sponsors have given me carte blanche. I have creative um that. And if they don't like it, I'll get a text message to say stop doing what you're doing right now. And I will. But I'm drinking and having a good time. So no, it's been throughout my journey of life, realizing that I'm enough, realizing that the things that I like, the things that I want to be, the person that I am is okay to be. and you should continue to be that person. Just find the person that's going to love you and continue to love you for who you are. And that is my word for you today from Safe Space. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back to the local DFW spotlight. And it has something to do with my hat. This is where a commercial break would go. So we're going to run this little thing right now because it's a podcast.
Bonus beats.
I like that. I think that's fair. I think that's a good enough time to let people kind of get themselves refreshed. We got a comment that I'm gonna put, and I'm just gonna read it. Some Thorn. She says, "Do the things that you love. You will find people who love those things too. People who live the same things love each other too. People who love the same things love each other too." There you go. I've been drinking too. Woo! Shout outs to my peeps. It is now another segment. And see, look, I'm gonna do this when we start doing these segments. That way you know what segment it is. This is local DFW highlight. Is this what I called it? Let me check my lineup. Don't y'all laugh at me. It's okay. I've been drinking. You have too. It's called Local DFW Spotlight. Hold on. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this. Just wait for it. It's fancy. If you've been watching me from a long no and show. Wow. Local
I
DFW Spotlight.
got the ticker.
Woo! We ticking on them boys. Look, and I'm gonna share screen. It's like this all he does is share screen. Look, this is my personal version of Pee-wee's Playhouse. I get to do whatever the heck I want in here. And today's local spotlight is going to be one of my homies' businesses. I really like this business. It's called Pizza ISD. It's serious dough.
Oh,
Right
okay.
there, right there. You know what I'm saying? Bye, y'all. Look. If you didn't think that I was planning and getting myself together, no, it is the bomb. So this place, it's a great concept. I love this idea. Pizza ISD. What does this look like to you right now? What does this? What does this look like? Does it look like anything to you? What does it look like? Front of a what?
It looked like the front of a bus, a school bus.
Pizza is going back to school and we're rolling out. Look, this website is great. Shout outs to Mike and his partner for putting this website together. Find the truck. It's serious though. Look at this. Look at this. That's not
Crazy.
even an old bus. That's like a 2023. That's a
Yeah,
2023. And look, they are in there with flaming pizza ovens putting out pizza.
that's crazy.
Putting
You know something? That's smart too.
Pizza Bus. Look, it is so legit. So they just, get on the Insta, whatever, they find whatever they want, and they go out there and they post up, and you just walk up, get you pizza, pay cash, and you get about, a few minutes and it comes out. Look, they've got great flavors. I'm going to tell you, the teacher's pet. I ordered the librarian, which is a margarita pizza, quite delicious. I
That,
enjoyed it. I wanted to look, I really wanted to order like 4 or 5 of these. I should have. I might go do that tomorrow just because I want to try the rest of them. But I also had the Coach Reeves. It was quite delicious.
oh yeah,
Um, yeah, Italian sausage and hot honey. Hot honey is the new thing, I guess. But I'm all over that. I'm all over hot honey. So I think
man.
next time they show up, I'm gonna go get me. I'm gonna grab all of them. I'm gonna grab them all and I'm gonna eat them all because the two I had were delicious. And the cool part is you can book them. They will literally come out to whatever you want. and like set up the pizza truck, pizza bus.
That's
So,
dope, bro.
and then you can come get some of the merch. You know what? I think next winter I'm going to rock this. I'm gonna talk to Mike and see. I need one of those shirts. That's legit. But yeah, local DFW spotlight, the pizza bus, Pizza ISD, excuse me, Pizza ISD. Go out there, follow them on the Facebook and the Insta. Check out this like rolling pizza mobile with the flamed good, like Neapolitan kind of like. It damn sure ain't no Pizza Hut.
Right.
So I said librarians are like the unicorn of Sneaky Links. Sneaky Link would be a great name for a sausage pizza.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. They beat Marquette,
Oh, somebody beat Marquette. Who did?
New Mexico State. Mm.
Brackets are getting busted. People's feelings are getting hurt. I know what's not going to get hurt, your feelings, if you go out to the pizza bus and get you one of those pizzas. Look, I'm
Right.
pretty sure Mike is going to be like, look, how many pizzas do I owe you for that? You don't owe me anything for that, Mike. Look, this show is about love. If you have a business and I know you and you want me to highlight your business, I'm not going to charge you to highlight your business. If you want to have your podcast broadcast on here, I'm not charging you. I don't charge Da Vinci to come on here and talk about his stuff. This is for love. This is for
Oh,
fun. This is all about the people who want to be home on a Friday night, the homebody who just wants to chill for a little bit and have some fun. That's why
right.
we're here, enjoying it. So look, we got one more segment. And as I say, this is the pilot. So this is where we run a commercial break. I'm gonna pump this thing right here. We're gonna come back for our final segment. It's gonna be great. You just wait because you want to know what to do this weekend. We got a couple of hot things for you. I'm coming right back. Don't go nowhere. So look, I just had this great idea. So you remember when we finished the last show, I said, send me a couple of your favorite pictures of me and you,
Yeah.
and I'll make sure one gets into the intro. So I'm thinking, since this is really like me and my friends, because like if all of my friends were around, we would just like have this in my place and we'd have fun and stuff. But if you're one of my friends and you want to be in that intro video, that really cool intro video, and see I can do stuff like that one, send me a picture of me and you, and I'm gonna make different versions of that. So I make different versions because like there's a lot of pictures of me and my friends, and I want all of my friends to be involved. And so some point during the show or some point during the span of the show, all of those intros are gonna change. They're all gonna be different. So you're gonna watch, you're gonna like, oh my God, there's my friends. It's gonna be great. All right.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I,
Snow days, please. Yes, that picture is greatness.
I remember being at Box 13. Man, that's
Oh
my
man.
times at Box 13.
Oh, look, I am going to. I found it. I went to my mom's house and I was going through my original CD uh, thing, and I found the first podcast that I recorded. And I'm gonna go get it this weekend. I'm gonna find someone that has one of those things that rips CDs off of things, and I'm gonna put it on some type of media. But I did my first podcast in Deep Ellum, bro. Like I've actually performed in Deep Ellum. I might have been the first podcaster to podcast from Deep Ellum. Shout outs to Mark Ocho for letting me podcast in his house. And shout outs to Darla. There was a drunk lady, bro. She, Thorn, did you hear that show? If you did, let me know. She came into the studio, and you might have been with me. Um, she came in the studio and she was drunk. She was running around having fun that night, and she was just like, "Oh my God, that's who was with me." She was with me. Shout out, legend, my first co-host. She was with me, and we're sitting there doing this show in Deep Ellum, my homie's loft. He's got the window open. It's a nice night like tonight, and the door is open with the screen door, and this lady's walking drunk. There was something going on in Deep Ellum. And she's like, "What are you guys doing in there?" And I'm like, "We're doing a podcast. Come on in. We're wild." Look, it's two black guys, and now it's one white girl, but now it's two white girls, and one of them is extremely drunk. And shout outs to Goat. Goat did show up. That was an epic night. So Darla comes in, and like this is like when I'm doing like the hustle and flow thing. Like this
Mhm.
is probably like 2008, 2009. Nobody's even doing this. I got like one microphone. I still have this microphone. She's beautiful. And she did keep and so Darla comes in, we got this microphone sitting in the middle of the table, just like people do now. And she's talking, and Mark Ocho had these they're tall, I'm up here, tall bar stools. So Darla's sitting on it and she's kind of doing these things, and we're talking, and Darla's like, "Yeah, la la la, yeah, yeah." All of a sudden you hear,
No,
Darla
hey,
just face plants, and you hear him, we're like, "Oh," Mark Ocho's like, "Okay, bye, Darla, time to go." So that was like my first like podcast. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like. Slap. So I'm gonna pull that one, and that one is so good. I might try to find someone to animate it as an episode so people can watch it on YouTube. It was like, yeah, it did. Sound like breakfast ham steak or one of those real good, like, like, but I'm gonna find it. I mean, she's straight concrete floor. It was greatness. So anyway, I say all of that just to say I love all of you people, and I'm going to share screen again because this is my freaking playhouse, and we're going to talk about. Oh, can I do the entire screen? Let's do that screen. What you can do. These are just a couple of things. What to do around DFW this weekend. This one I found to be very interesting. I'm going to probably go to this one myself. I might have an interview lined up, but if it's in between this time, I'm going to shout out and check this out at Voodoo Brewing. They have
mm,
a pairing, $40. You're going to get six 4-ounce pours paired with appetizers, expertly paired appetizers. Bullet Beasts and Bourbons crew will be out there 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Voodoo Brewing Company in Plano.
oh,
Like I,
okay.
like I said, if I don't have an interview lined up, I am going to be there. I'm all about that and some appetizers. So that's one thing we got going on this weekend. Number two, this is a couple things in Plano. Spirit of Texas tasting. So there's a little bit going on here. I just want you guys to know they're going to be doing whiskey tasting. That's my production agent. They're going to be doing whiskey tasting, and once again, they're going to be lining this up with food. And there's going to be a whole lot of other events going on out there. So between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m., go check it out. Whiskey paired with food. There's going to be dogs. Look, there it is. The more. Look at that. Cookies. That's all I got to say. Whiskey, cookies,
Whiskey
food.
cookie,
Whiskey, cookies, food. That's where
action
it
packed.
is. Action packed. Hey, and I'm going to give a shout out. If you've never tried this place, Fish Shack right here,
Oh, fish
legit.
shack.
Oh, they got some good fish, bro.
Yeah.
It's on here. It's on here. Best fish out probably north of 635. All right. Last one. Dallas. Man, I got stuff everywhere. Crawfish Kickoff Festival. Here we go. You gotta come check it out. You have all you can eat crawfish, general admission ticket, bands, food vendors, park, games. All you can eat crawfish, people. If you like crawfish, go check this out. It's the Crawfish Kickoff Festival. It's that time for the mud bugs. It is right there. That's where that is. You gotta. It's right there. It's right there. I forgot. It's like Marilla or something. Where is it? Let me find out where. There's an address for something. I saw there it is. Charge Point, 1500 Marilla Street, Dallas, Texas, 75201. That's going on. I might swing down there and get some crawfish too. It's a busy weekend.
That's right
Mm,
down.
that's right there from you.
Yep.
Um, so Olivia's Distillery from San Antonio will be at the Spirit of Texas tasting. So there'll be some San Antonio whiskey at the Spirit of Texas tasting. I'm excited about that.
I have a friend. My brother works over at Good Surf. Man, you need to check them out. Good Surf is located right on Second Street, right on the outskirts of Deep Ellum. And man, they have a surf. They teach you how to
Hmm.
surf, like the heated pool. They have big screen TVs everywhere, man. They have saunas, spas you can sit in. It's real dope, man. So look up Good Surf,
Okay.
man. It's a best kept secret. They sell food, drinks, everything.
You
So
know, that
awesome.
reminds me. So a thing that we're gonna try to set up this season is we're gonna go on tour. I'm gonna go on tour. So I'm gonna go places and I'm just gonna happen to be there. And if I'm there Friday, like in Milwaukee, I just might have to come up there and try these combos and get some food in Milwaukee. Look, why not go on tour? Go see my friends, go have good food, do the show on Friday from remote. Look, this is practically my laptop. I'm sure I can find a hotel that'll give me like a double screen thing so I can do this for this hour and then we can bounce out and go party in cities. I'm gonna put together, my production assistant is watching. We need to put together a tour and I need to link my friends with the spots and I need to go visit my friends and do shows in the cities where my friends are. We could do this all year long. And if you want to go and if anybody wants to ride out, it can be a great party. We do what we want to do here. Look, yeah, I am threatening you with the good time. Tell the nephews I'm making threats. And I need to make sure that I do this because I've never been to that far north. You know what? Let's definitely put Milwaukee on the list. I think in Milwaukee, I definitely want to go to Denver.
Yeah,
South Carolina's on the list. Definitely going back to Miami.
yeah,
Shout outs
yeah.
to Miami.
I
I got a whole look. I might have a whole house party in Miami. Johnny, we're having a house party. Heck yeah. All right, look. So, Da Vinci, tell them where they can check out your blogs, all of your sports casting, everything that you do sports.
Hey, check this out, guys. You can hit me up at blitzweekly.com, RF Sports,
Ooh,
Evan Men. You can also hit me up on Dallas Morning News. You know, when they send me an assignment. You can hit me up at on Instagram, DaVinci13, Blue Sky DaVinci13, Twitter, I'm sorry, X, DaVinci13. Um, Also on Facebook, DaVinci Write. Hit me up. You can read some of my flows, some of my poems, different stuff like that. I'm always busy doing something.
look, if you ain't doing something, you're dying. And that's just how I feel about it. Look, you know where I'm at. You watch me. That's where I'm at. If you're one of my friends and you want to hang out with us on the show, let me know. I think I can get up to 10 people in here. That would be wild, 10 people. I think maybe we maxed it out at four, maybe five, but I think so. But anyway, let me get my shout out. Shout outs to It's Serious Pizza. Shout outs to Pizza ISD. Mike, you didn't know about that, but hey, shout outs. You're on the show. You made it.
Hey man, let me send a shout out to Serious Pizza, man, in Deep
Hmm.
Ellum. Let me tell you, if you've never been to Serious Pizza, you need to hurry up and get to those guys, man.
You know what?
The
We'll hold on. It's a local DFW spotlight. We won't give that up. Like we'll have to, yeah. because we got to go there and get pictures and stuff. And it's
Right.
just pilot episode, but that's a good one. So we're gonna wrap this up. And only reason I'm wrapping this up is not because I'm not having a great time with y'all, because it's a pilot episode. But I just want y'all to know this show is going to be every Friday. I'm kind of in between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. I think 8 o'clock is pretty good. And everybody's like relaxing, chilling at the house, having a drink and stuff like that. But we won't stop if the people want us to keep going. And if you want to get on the show, like I said, if you got me on my Facebook, hit me up. Let me know. Every Friday, 8 p.m. We can do that. This has been fun. I think this was a better experience than the last one. What do you think?
Yeah, this was dope. This was dope. It
Yeah,
wasn't rough. It was. It was basically. It was dope. Like
yeah,
serious, serious. It
love
was.
it.
It was good.
Love it. See how easy it is just to post these things that people said? Like, this is great. Like, just giving people shout outs, like, do 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 do. Just, bam. So, it's a fun time. I enjoyed y'all. Y'all are great. We will see y'all next Friday. And next Friday, tune in because there's going to be bingo involved with this whole thing. And there's a reason it's called the Red Robot Room because if you join the Red Robot Society, you can be part of the thing that gets you money from the bingo. I did say money, cash money. So on that
That's that.
note,
That's dope.
peoples, y'all have a great Friday night, wonderful Saturday, Sunday, and we will see y'all next Friday. Guaranteed there'll be more people here. We'll have more fun. I'm out.
All right.
Peace.
Bonus beats.